Hey guys, Hypergon here, and today we're going to be doing, hopefully, the first of many TPOT predictions. This time, as of TPOT 1. I have everything set up how it was set up in TPOT 1. And before we get into it, I'm going to sound sick in this video, because I am sick, but I want to get this video out. And second, I know you're going to get annoyed at me asking this, but if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would really help me and the channel out. But anyway, on with the prediction. As you hopefully know, in Teapot 1, Death Pact again lost. And in Teapot 2, I predict that Pi will be eliminated. Now for this, I just think she's just not as liked as the rest of her team, and she's a somewhat boring character to most people, so I think she would be eliminated. And the team that would lose this episode would be the strongest team on Earth. In Teapot 3, I predict that Snowball will be eliminated. Mostly because his mean personality isn't really liked among the younger members of the fanbase, and all the other characters have decent amounts of popularity among the broader fanbase, so I think he would be eliminated. And the team that would lose this episode would be Teammates. In Teapot 4, I predict that Needle will be eliminated. Because she hasn't really talked much in BFB at all, so she doesn't really have a reason for fans to like her, making her a somewhat boring character. So I think she would be eliminated. In this episode, I think Are You OK would be put up for elimination. In Teapot 5, I predict that Fries will be eliminated. For somewhat similar reasons to Snowball, actually. His grumpy personality isn't really liked by the younger members of the fanbase, and overall, I just haven't seen much popularity for him overall. And the team that would lose this episode will be Just Not. In Teapot 6, I predict that Nickel will be eliminated. Now, Nickel isn't really a disliked character, but he's also not a popular character, so I just think overall, in this style of voting, he would be eliminated. And the team that would lose this episode will be the strongest team on Earth. In Teapot 7, I predict that Eggy will be eliminated. Mostly because, from what I've seen, she's just not really that well liked, and a lot of the rest of her team have pretty reasonably sized fan bases, so I think she would be the one going out. And the team that would lose this episode would be Teammates. In Teapot 8, I predict that Gaiety will be eliminated. Now this one will be a tough. This one was a tough one for me. I feel like these four are all relatively fan favorites, and I think between Donut and Gaiety, Donut would just win out. So Gaiety will be eliminated. The team that would lose this episode would be the S. In Teapot 9, I predict that Cloudy will be eliminated. Now, I think it would be either Cloudy or Yellow. It would be Cloudy and Yellowface on the bottom two, and I just think similar to how Balloony was eliminated, I feel like Cloudy would be eliminated just because not really that interesting of a character. And the team that will lose this episode will be Death Pact again. In Teapot 10, I predict that Marker will be eliminated. Now, for this one, I'm not really sure why, but from what I've seen, he's just not as well liked as the rest in the votes, so he'd be eliminated. And the team that will lose this episode will be Just Not. In Teapot 11, I predict that Cake will be eliminated. For similar reasons to Nickel, not really like a disliked character, but not really a liked one overall, so Cake will be eliminated. The team that will lose this episode will be the strongest team on Earth. In Teapot 12, I predict that Foldy will be eliminated. Now for this one, I don't know really why, but I haven't really seen a lot of popularity for her. Well, I mean, I've seen, not a lot of people don't really like her, and I just think basketball is going to get better overall, so I think Foldy will be eliminated. And the team that will lose this episode will be the S. In Teapot 13, I predict that Yellowface will be eliminated. Mostly because Yellowface is seen as annoying by quite a lot of people and just doesn't really have many fans because of that. And the team that would lose would be Death Pact again. In Teapot 14, I predict that Fanny would be eliminated. Mostly because her I hate everything gag would probably get pretty old after a while, and she just would get eliminated because of that. And the team that would lose this episode would be Are You OK? In Teapot 15, I predict that Puffball would be eliminated. For similar reasons as Needle, she really hasn't said much in BFB and, now Teapot, so I think she would be eliminated. And the team that would lose this episode would be Teammates. In Teapot 16, I predict that Donut would be eliminated, because from what I've seen, all the other people on the team are considered fan favorites, so Donut would get the boot. And in this episode, I believe there would be a rejoin. In Teapot 17, I predict that Cloudy would rejoin, just because I think overall he is still a pretty popular character, and I think Jack and Jellyfish would probably try to give him more personality in the show. And he would rejoin onto Just Not. And the team that would lose this episode would be Teammates. In Teapot 18, I predict that Barf Bag will be eliminated. Because Coiny and Pin are classic fan favorites, and Saw I just think is a really liked character right now. So Barf Bag would get the boot. And in this episode, the 6 teams would be merged down to 3 teams. And 2 would name them. So we'd have Team 2, Team 4, and Team 8. Get it? Because it's 2, 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 times 2. Yeah, no, not that funny. And the team that will lose this episode would be Team 8. In Teapot 19, I predict that Basketball would be eliminated. Because, It would be a close one between, I think, her, Robot Flower, and TV, but I think she's just not as popular as the other two, so she would be eliminated. The team that loses this episode will be Team 4. In Teapot 20, I predict that Lightning will be eliminated. Because really, Lightning doesn't really have that much of a personality. You know, and it's hard to like a personality when there really isn't one. So Lightning would get out. And the team that would lose would be Team 2. In Teapot 21, I predict that Pillow would be eliminated, because I don't really see a lot of Pillow fans out there, so I think she would be the one going out. The team that would lose would be Team 8. In Teapot 22, I predict that TV will be eliminated. Although he's a funny character, he's not really that well, and doesn't really do that good in challenges, and I just don't think he's that popular at this stage. You wouldn't be that popular at this stage in the game, so he'd be eliminated. And the team that would lose would be Team 4. In Teapot 23, I predict that Bottle will be eliminated. I don't really see a lot of Bottle fans out there, and I've seen, a decent amount of fan base for everyone else, so Bottle will be the one going out. And the team that would lose would be Team 2. In Teapot 24, I predict that Bommy will be eliminated. Now, Bommy's one of those characters that's decently well liked now, but I feel like at this stage in the game isn't going to be as liked as some of the rest of the members of the team. And the team that will lose this episode would be Team 2 again. In Teapot 25, I predict that Cloudy will be eliminated. Although Cloudy was the one selected to rejoin, still not a lot of people really like Cloudy that much. And other people on the team, I feel like they would have a lot more fans than Cloudy would. So Cloudy would be eliminated. The team that would lose would be Team 4. In Teapot 26, I predict that Rocky will be eliminated. Now, Rocky's one of those characters that has a charm to him, but after that charm wears off, he's not really that good of a character. So Rocky would be eliminated. The team that would lose would be Team 2, again. In Teapot 27, I predict that Saw will be eliminated. Saw, has a nice personality, but I just think out of the remaining people on the team, she's just the least liked. So she would be going out. The team that would lose would be Team 8. In Teapot 28, I predict that Grassy will be eliminated. Just because a lot of people don't really think that Grassy's that funny of a character. And the team that would lose this episode will be Team 4. In Teapot 29, I predict that Clock will be eliminated. Just because I don't think Clock has that interesting of a personality, and, wouldn't get as much love as the rest of the contestants would. So Clock will be eliminated. And the team that would lose this episode would be Team 2. In Teapot 30, I predict that Naily will be eliminated. Mostly because I think Naily, does it, as similar to some other characters, has a charm, but I think after that wears off, not really that likable of a character, so Naily will get eliminated. In this episode, the teams will be dissolved, and these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 31, I predict that Belle will be eliminated. Mostly because the people she's up against are fan favorites, I would consider fan favorites, and Belle's just, can't compare to that, so Belle will be eliminated. And in this episode, there'll be a rejoin for the most recent 14 eliminated contestants. In Teapot 32, I predict that Pillow would rejoin. Now, it's noticed that when she was eliminated, she's not really that likable of a character, but I feel like over time she would amass more and more fans, so she would be the one rejoining. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 33, I predict that Robot Flower will be eliminated. Now, I feel like all her voters that have been keeping her in the game so far would probably vote for other people in this elimination. So she would be going out. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 34, I predict it would come down to Eraser and Tree. And Tree would beat out Eraser just barely, so Eraser would be eliminated. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 35, I predict that Ice Cube will be eliminated. Just because I think, compared to the people she's up against, she just wouldn't be as popular as them and wouldn't get enough votes to stand. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 36, I predict that Pin will be eliminated. Now, for this, I feel like Black Hole and Price Tag are going to be really popular characters, and I feel like Book is going to become a better character, so that will leave Pin to be eliminated. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 37, I predict that Coiny will be eliminated. Now, Coiny is a good character, but without Pin isn't as good of a character, so Coiny will be the one going out. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 38, I predict that Tree will be eliminated. Now, Tree is a good character, but up against the other two, it just wouldn't win. So Tree will be the one going out. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 39, in a pretty close vote, I predict that Tennis Ball would go out. Now, like I said, it would be a very close vote, because all these characters I would say would be equally liked at this point, but Tennis Ball would be the one getting the boot. And these people will be safe, while these people will be up for elimination. In Teapot 40, I predict that Golf Ball will be eliminated. Now, Golf Ball is a popular character, but, Pen and Remote are really popular characters, so Golf Ball would go out. And Remote would be safe, while the rest would be up for elimination. In Teapot 41, I predict that Pillow would go out, because Winner and Price Tag are popular characters, and the rest are already popular characters, but these ones are new popular characters. So Pillow would go out. And Price Tag would be safe, while the rest would be up for elimination. In TPOT 42, I predict that Book would be eliminated. Just for the simple reason she's not as well liked as the rest of the people in the game. She's liked, but not as well liked. So she would be going out. In this episode, it would be the finale, and the 5 remaining contestants would compete to win the prize. Now, TPOT 42 would be a 2-parter, and at the end of the first half, viewers would vote on who they want to win. And similar to some other objects that I've seen, using that system, using the votes that we got, that'll decide which place each of the final 5 place. So, in TPOT 42 Part 2, in 5th place would be Winner. 4th place would be Black Hole. 3rd place, which would be Remote. 2nd place would be Price Tag. And 1st place would be Pen, because he's a really popular character. And yeah, that's it for TPOT. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. It would make me really, 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 really happy. So, do it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the prediction. Of course, anything could happen. This is just how I think it might go. But we'll have to see how the show goes over the, probably, let's see, if this one took about a year to make, it'll take about 42 years for the rest of the show to come out. But yeah, that's all for now. Hypergon out.